Here.
Maybe. Good evening, baseball fans. It is April 11th. Is it a Thursday? It is. It's a Thursday. I don't know what day it is. And I haven't even drank anything yet, guys. I'm over here with hurt feelings. And do you see how big this cup is, y'all? Do you see? For the audio only people, when you guys listen to this, just go watch the YouTube because it'll probably be worth it. Do you see how large this cup is? I'm not gonna fill it all full of bourbon, but there's gonna be a nice pour of bourbon.
At least
here,
to the H.
And at least maybe we'll see. If you are here in the chat, say hello. We are recording live tonight, basically so that I will have some sort of shred of mental sanity left for the rest of the season. I almost said series, but it'll probably just be the series because if we keep playing like this, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. So we'll do the intro. Hi guys, Suzy. That's Tom. This is Bourbon and Baseball, Astros edition, and there will actually be bourbon tonight. There will actually be bourbon tonight. I'm going to pour myself some bourbon in just a minute. I am going to give you the rated R warning, though, because there will be so many cuss words on this. All of the cuss words. So many. All of them. And maybe some inappropriate adult humor, but I don't know if there's really anything to laugh about. So we'll see. But anyhow, if you are here in the chat, say hello. Drop an emoji. Drop a hello. If you are on Twitter watching this, go over to the YouTube side because then you can interact with us. You can't interact on the Twitter side, and it's weird. So again, I've got my alcohol. I'm actually going to drink the bourbon. Tom, what do you have? Or what? Yeah. What
Maker's Mark is what I go to in times of need.
Okay.
It's like 46, I think it is. It's like they did it in some kind of different barrels. Yeah.
I like the Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark is, but it's not like a true quote unquote bourbon or whatever. It's like mixed with shit. But I used to drink Maker's and like cranberry juice sometimes.
I'm very much mixed with shit, so I don't discriminate.
Oh, okay. Well, no, tonight, because the Houston Astros have hurt my feelings so fucking much. We're drinking some bullet bourbon tonight, y'all.
I like
some like straight up bullet bourbon. Corey's in the chat. What's up, Corey? So
this says I've got to connect to my YouTube to this. Is that gonna do like weird things? Am I gonna like hate myself for hitting connect?
I don't know. Probably. What are you trying to do?
Talk in the chat.
Oh, can you not talk in the chat here?
That's what I'm saying. If I do, I got to connect to YouTube. See, Kelsey's in the chat.
Kelsey, Bobby Wood is not our daddy. It is Vinny Pascantino. Nobody had that on our baseball.
No. Bobby Wood hit 2 bombs.
I don't think you understand that Vinny Pascantino was literally ice cold before the Houston Astros came to town. And then he said, fuck this team. Let me show you what I can do.
I don't think that equals daddy status,
and then did
though.
Okay. I'm going to put this bottle back. And then I'll read you the stat line. But
okay.
Like Bobby Wood Jr. can be many teams' daddy. Like he's just out here having sex with everybody. Like it's not a thing. Okay. Vinny Pascantino, apparently, like you don't put Vinny Pascantino in that group of like players that can be random teams' daddy. So apparently it's Vinny Pascantino, and now we can add the Kansas City Royals. So the Oakland Athletics, soon to be just the Athletics, and the Kansas City Royals are now the Astros daddy.
We're not going to call them I'd say Sacramento Athletics or wherever that is.
Because they literally there are rules. There are rules that Sacramento and the Athletics have placed that they're just going to be no name. It's just going to be the A's or the Athletics.
Well, I'm gonna stick with the 11-year superstar Bobby Witt is the owner, if there is an owner, because dude's good. Vinny just had a
Yeah, but
day.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like you expect 2 homer games from Bobby Wood Jr., okay? What you don't expect from players, namely one Vincent. I don't actually know if that's his like
Look,
legal
Corey says
government
they
name.
trademarked Sacramento A's.
They did trademark the Sacramento A's, but basically just so that nobody else can use it. But they have put out that they want to be called just the Athletics or just the A's. Like they will not be associated with a city, so to
If I'm
speak.
Sacramento, I'm offended. Like the city of Sacramento is like taking you in. You're homeless. You should at least, be gracious enough to go, oh no, we'll claim you for 2 seasons.
Vinny Pascantino went 3 for 5 today and had 3 RBIs. And before this, he had none. Like he was like, I think 1 for 41 or something dumb. So oh look. Gunnar Henderson hit a home run and Jackson Holiday scored. At least one of the teams that I like can score with runners in scoring position. Because my favorite fucking team just hurt my fucking feelings.
Okay. We can talk about stats and numbers all we want. But since you brought up the runners in scoring position,
Let's do it.
I need to know your take on this whole Jeremy Booth thing. Are you up to date with the whole Jeremy Booth thing?
With the Jordan shouldn't be in the 2-hole.
Adamant that's just a mistake. They're losing games because Jordan is in the 2-hole.
Where does he want him? In the 4-hole?
Yes.
Who does he want in the 2-hole?
He wants Jordan to protect other batters. They are struggling because Jordan is not there for protection. That is his argument. Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman, Jose Abreu are struggling because they lack protection. That is his argument. And that is why Jordan needs to be in the 4. Chat, please chime in. I'm dying to know because I think this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Those guys are supposed to be studs. They don't need the protection. He's saying Altuve doesn't need the protection. I'm like, I shouldn't have to protect Kyle Tucker or Alex Bregman either. Right?
All I'm saying is that maybe Reagan needs to get pregnant again so that we have daddy strength Alex Bregman back. Because whatever the fuck he's doing right now is not it.
No. Corey, he said that Pena is protecting Diaz. If you can believe that.
That's just rude. What if the Astros had the season the Cardinals had last year? Will Suzy still be my co-host by the end of the season? I will be. Don't get it twisted, people. Don't get it twisted. I'm still gonna ride for the Astros. I will still be here, but I'm a bitch about it every single motherfucking day. So you're just gonna have to hear about it. That's all that's gonna happen. Okay. I will watch the Astros, get my fucking feelings hurt, and then go watch the other teams that I like that can score with runners in scoring position, namely the Baltimore Orioles and the Arizona Diamondbacks are having some problems over there as well. Regardless, okay. Aaron, our favorite Yankee fan, told me on Twitter today that I should just come on over. The fuck you say? I would rather watch no baseball than be a motherfucking Yankee fan. Okay, let me just get that out there right fucking now. Okay, I love baseball, but I will not be a Yankee fan.
No, and if any of you are looking to jump ship and hop on that bandwagon, I won't disown you. I will strongly dislike you, sort of. But PSF is having a sweatshirt giveaway for a Yankee sweatshirt. You should go over there and get you a sweatshirt to go with your new fandom.
I'm going to go with no on that. That's a drink because nope, no. Mm-mm. Just drink. Just drink, people.
Kelsey, I love the Orioles, not like love like I'm Susie love. I love the Orioles because they did it in a similar manner that the Astros did. They did it with guys that came from the Astros organization at the top. So I have a respect for what the Orioles did because they sucked for so long, much longer than the Astros did. I just I can't root for another team. That's just weird to me. That's where basketball, football, and soccer come in.
Okay, I was talking about the Masters today, and Mike just blew my mind and told me that they move the holes every day. All of the golf courses apparently move the holes every.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I used to work at a golf
Absolutely
course.
not.
It's actually
Nope,
really
that's not.
it's actually a really, really difficult thing to do and make it look like it didn't happen. And they do that.
Gone. When I say that my mind was blown, I was that actual emoji with all of the thing gone. Corey says that he likes Bregg in the 2-hole. He just performs better there. Corey, I honestly think that he is mind fucking himself into whatever slump he's got. I think that he's put too much pressure on himself now in this 4 spot because all of the stats have said, and Joe Espada has said, hey, guess what, Breggs, you hit so much better with runners in scoring position. So let's just load you up with the bases so you can be there all the time. And I think he's putting some undue pressure on him, especially because it is a contract year. And so, I mean, at this point, we will be able to afford him at the end of the season because he's no other team's going to want him.
But where do you put him?
Other teams will want him. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But where do you put him? This lineup is like built to have
Corey,
runners in scoring position all up and down it. So if you're telling me, oh, he's better in the 2-hole because he just hits better there, well then that's a problem, right? Like everybody said the same thing about Pena. Pena needed to be in the 2. Pena needed to be in the 2. You wanted Pena in your 2-hole.
Pena can be in my 2-hole anytime
exactly.
you want. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
He can't. That's no.
Exactly. And
that's
now
not
look
even
at
alcohol talking.
Now look at him. He's batting 6, 7, and just
depends on the day.
Yeah, just fine there. Leave him alone. You know what I mean? I think these guys are big time creatures of habit. I believe if you watch Bregman, if you're watching these games, Bregman is struggling with the pressure you're talking about, not with who's protecting him or what pitches he's getting. He's missing pitches and swinging at shit out of the strike zone that is so un-Bregman like. You can tell he's pressing. Like the pop-ups and some of the strikeouts, they're just not Bregman-esque at all.
Well, and the long at bats that we're used to, him fouling off a ton of pitches, being patient at the plate. I think he took 2 pitches. I mean, he's grounding out on 1 pitch. I realize that we're trying to be a little bit more aggressive in the at bats. I understand, but it's not Breggy. It's this is whatever this is Bregman. Like, absolutely not. Like, and he got on base today. He hit a double today.
Hit 2 yesterday. So he's getting there. I mean, when you spot a team 9, it's really hard to do anything with that. So I don't necessarily look at today and go stat hunting, but he's got to be able to do it consistently. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that when guys are just trying to throw at him to get through the game. Like by the end of the game, it was just like, here, I'm basically pitching BP.
I texted Kelsey, my illustrious co-host for the All the Balls edition of Bourbon and Baseball, that I hated baseball. And she goes, oh no, that bad? And this was yesterday. This was yesterday when the Royals were kicking our ass. And she said, well, if it makes you feel any better, the Marlins are beating the Yankees. And I said, absolutely, that makes me feel better. So today, my only fucking solace today is that the Athletics took 2 of 3 from the Rangers. That is my only solace. Way to go, Oakland A's, because you were still the Oakland A's for a little bit longer. Shout out Shea Langoliers, who had a hell of a game. And then who was throwing the no-hitter today for
Sears.
Oakland?
JP Sears.
Okay. They ended up Adolis fucking Garcia broke that one up too. Stop it. Anyhow. That's all I'm saying is that is my only solace today is that the Oakland A's won the Ranger series. But now you know what's going to happen? They're going to be extra mad. The Rangers are going to be extra mad that they lost.
They can't be more mad than the Stros. Sorry. I don't give a shit. Like,
Kelsey,
yes,
what did Colton Cowser do? Tell me.
It doesn't
Tell me
matter.
good
He's
things.
awesome. He's awesome. Everything. He did everything. I wished he wasn't an Oriole because they just loaded.
They're all loaded. Corey says batting in the 4-hole is not the place to be drawing walks.
This lineup, though, Corey, every place is a place to be drawing walks. Like the argument that there's a certain spot in the lineup that needs to produce would only be a thing if your lineup wasn't as long as the Astros is supposed to be. When you're supposed to be able to go 7, maybe 8 deep, depending on who's in the lineup, it doesn't matter. Like, it shouldn't matter. Diaz behind him can, if he wants to get a walk and put runners in scoring position, now you set the table for Diaz, and then you set the table for Pena. Like, I would rather them take all the pitches and work all the walks and be facing a bullpen in the 4th inning of a game because they're wearing people out than, oh, I need to get up there hacking because this is my spot. I'm supposed to do that for, clean up. I'm supposed to go clean up. Like, no, turn it over, hand the baton. I think right now you're seeing guys like Tucker and Bregman and even Altuve to an extent not willing to hand the baton. And like when they score runs, he's got on every game. But
getting on base consistently.
But he's the one
and not running it out.
But he's the one with the bases loaded or with 2 on. He's trying to drive guys in, and I get it. These guys, that's what they've done their whole career. Right now, the pressure's on because the record says they need to be better. So they're trying to be better today in a day. It won't happen in a day. It's going to happen over a couple weeks, month.
Okay, but I remember I've been a fan long enough to remember the Houston Astros hitting fucking singles up the middle and and drawing the walks and then
scoring 9 runs in the first inning.
In a fucking first. I remember that. We did this to the fucking Orioles. I'm a spoiled Astros fan. And yes, I came in 2018 when we were winning, when I didn't have to fucking worry about any of this. So my skin is not thick enough for this shit. Okay? It's not. I'm aware. I am aware. Again, don't get it twisted though. I will still be here. I'm going to just bitch about it and I will be sad. And I'm going to let a fucking baseball team, 26 guys that I have no fucking bearing on their existence, deal with, like, wreck my mental health. That's what's going to happen. So just know I'm going to be here. We'll be doing bourbon and baseball.
Well, I have
drinking a lot more.
I was around for the 100 losing the 100 losses seasons, multiple seasons. So I do know what that looks like. I do know when you look at the roster and go, they can't win ball games. I feel like this roster is too good to be bad. And I think Vegas, for all the people that are like, season's over, cancel it, it's over. Do you know what Las Vegas, the place that just prints money on people willing to bet dumb shit, do you know what they think the Astros still are going to do, even right now with their record? Their current win total is 87.5 games. The Rangers, who are the only team in their division with a better projected win total as of right now, and they're only 3.5 games ahead of the Astros, their projected win total is 88. So for all of that, for the 4-10, 7-5, whatever the fuck I don't even know, like they still think it's going to be a coin flip between who's going to win the division. Do you also know the only other two teams that have better records in the American League, according to Vegas, are the Yankees and the Orioles?
The Cleveland Guardians would like to have a word, sir.
I'm just telling you what Vegas is saying. I'm not saying what they are right now. I don't know if they think they don't believe it, whatever. I'm just saying.
Corey says he stands corrected. Bregman has better career stats in the 4 spot than any other spot.
They went into the season with that data saying that's why we're going to put him at the 4.
When was he in the 4 spot?
I would like to say probably when Jordan was in the 3. And then they had Tuck. Remember they went Jordan, Breggs, then Tuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because Pena was in the 2. Or Brantley was in the 2.
Side note, after the first couple of mind-numbingly horrible sips of this, apparently by like sip 6, 7, you don't give a fuck anymore. It doesn't burn as much. My feelings are still fucking hurt though. It's gonna take a lot more bourbon to unhurt my feeling. I started 189 games in the 4 spot.
Keith, I am dying to know that too. Because that for me, those two right there, Bregman and Tucker, nobody wants to talk about them. Everybody wants to talk about Abreu. Everybody wants to talk about Jordan. Everybody wants to talk about the rotation and the bullpen and whatever. But those two guys single-handedly are torpedoing this lineup constantly. First and second, 1 out. Second and third, 2 outs, and they're producing 0.
Okay, so I have to. You guys know, if you've listened to any other episode of Bourbon and Baseball Astros Edition, or really hell, any of the Bourbon and Baseballs, you know who my center fielder is. I will ride and die with this man's, right?
Jake
Chas
Myers.
McCormick, you see him. You shut the fuck up, Tom. You see Chaz?
Mauricio Dubon.
You're on the YouTubes. Shut the fuck up, Tom. I will kick you the fuck out of the thing, okay? And it will just be me ranting at the fucking camera. Okay? Chas McCormick. Chaz is my guy, is my center fielder. I want him in center field all day, every day. Chaz, sir, if for some reason you hear this, I need you to fucking hit right-handed pitching. What the fuck are we doing? What happened? All of a sudden, right-handed pitching just is mystifying to you? What's going on now? What is going on? Jeremy Pena. Jeremy Pena has moved up in the lineup in front of Chas McCormick. Side note, the fuck are we doing with Mauricio Dubon in center field when Jake Myers is literally right fucking there? I had to eat my words. I had to eat my words because I literally asked and said, I can't believe that I am asking this, but why the fuck is Mauricio Dubon in there instead of Jake Myers? Why is Jake Myers not in fucking center field today?
Day off?
No. Just no. I
imagine he'll be back in there Friday.
Okay, but guess what happens when you don't have a everyday outfielder playing center field? You get crossed up and you throw to the wrong fucking base. If you guys don't know, literally the first, 3 runs in, Mauricio Dubon caught a fucking ball, and instead of getting like the sure out, threw to the wrong fucking base. Like and I love Doobie. He brings the vibes, right? Big vibes podcast. We love the vibes. He's got all of the vibes, just not in center field. That's all I ask.
Dusty said,
shut the fuck up with Dusty. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear shit about Dusty. This is a Dusty free zone. The Dusty free zone. Keith, It's like one yeah. It's if you're lucky, I've expected way more from this man's, and we're not getting it, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. But then he'll come back and hit 2 fucking home runs in a game, and then you're all, "Oh, there's the Kyle Tucker I recognize. There he is." And then next game he just disappeared. I don't know, Keith. I don't know.
And for me, it's like, yo, Tuck can have a bad game. Breggs can have a bad game. They just
But you
can't all
can't.
have
Both of you can't have a bad game at the same time.
exactly.
Y'all,
You're
y'all
not
got.
going to
Can
score
you trade off?
runs. Yep. You're not going to
Okay,
score runs.
because listen, this is what's happening. If any of you avid bourbon and baseball listeners want to get on my good side, you will find the episode where I said Jose Abreu will be the new Maldi, and clip that for me because I don't have enough time in my day, unfortunately.
It was only like 2 episodes ago. I think it was 2 or 3. 2 or 3.
Okay, so Tom, just go back to the 2 or 3 and just clip that for me. I would love that. That would be delightful. Please and thank you. So the fact that we now have a new Maldi, aka a black hole, just in the lineup, whatever little bit of good that we have going is going to be killed immediately, even when he's pushed all the way down into the what, 8 hole.
But I do
think
want to say
7,
this
8.
though, with regards to that, for the people that want to come for Joe Espada, I can't subscribe to that.
Don't
Because
not.
you know what? He has made more moves with this lineup than a certain past manager who will not be named because it's a free zone in the first 2 weeks than he would have did in the first 2 months. The fact that he was willing to move Jose down, the fact that he's already playing Singleton are things that we would have never got before. So for everybody that's
John
saying
Singleton drew a walk today and hit a double. So shout out to us because we were smart and said, hey, you know what? If Singleton actually gets run and gets everyday playing time at first base, he could be a league average first baseman.
Probably.
And at this point, that's all I'm asking. Even like close to league average. I'll take that because at this point in time, all of the things that Yordan is doing, like you take Yordan stats and Jose Abreu stats and then you squish them together and you get a below replacement player level. And we can't do that. We can't do that here. If you're like the Marlins, you can do that.
And I'm glad you brought up Corey's comment about Joey Loperfido because a lot of people are making mention of how much he Ks. And I understand that. And I understand that half of his bats are strikeout. But if 90% of at bats are going to be a fly out or a ground out from the other guy, give me the dude that's hit 6 homers already. And you know what? If he goes 1 for 4 with 3 Ks and a bomb, I'm not going to give a shit about those 3 Ks. I promise.
He can be the new Kyle Schwarber. Okay? He can be the new Kyle Schwarber. I don't care. If you're hitting me 40 fucking bombs, I don't think Joey Loperfido is going to hit 40 fucking bombs. But if you're hitting me bombs, that's fine. That is fine. That is okay. Okay? Corey says 20 games in 21 days against the Yankees, Blue Jays, Rangers, Royals, and Braves is brutal.
It is. It really is.
That you would be correct, Corey. And for the people that are coming for Espada's head, saying that he left Hunter Brown out there, I don't know what you wanted the man to do. Our bullpen is already upside down. Already. Okay? Unfortunately, Hunter Brown had to eat it today. He couldn't get out of the inning. Yeah. You know that's what Espada was trying to at least get out of the fucking inning. He couldn't get out of the inning. The last podcast, Astros edition, Bourbon and Baseball that we did, I did a 30-second love letter to Seth Martinez. And again, we
We're
must
gonna get
give
another
Seth
one.
Martinez all the motherfucking love, okay? And at this point in time, the fact that he has literally come in and saved us, legitimately saved us
Twice.
in 2 different games, that man better never be sent down to Sugarland ever again. He has a permanent place in the bullpen all of the days.
Sign
I
him.
don't give a fuck what
Sign
he
him
just
right now.
all of the days Seth Martinez has in the bullpen, okay? I want to make this very clear. If Seth Martinez is ever sent back to Sugarland, there will be a riot. Starting with this person right here. Okay, I will start a riot. Maybe at Minute Maid, maybe at Sugarland. I don't know yet. Okay, but hopefully, all the people in the Astros system are smart enough to be like, hey, guess what? This motherfucker named Seth Martinez has saved our ass multiple times and has literally carved up and not given up any runs to multiple different organizations. Let's say we keep him up here forever. Okay. So again, I don't again,
Yes.
they're coming back. They're coming back. So I don't know if we need to send stuff to the clubhouse, like a P.O. box to Minute Maid's Park, like what has to happen there. But again, candygram, flowers, a cookie cake. I
Edible
don't think the
arrangement.
strippogram is going to fly. Okay. Yes, Stephanie. We ride at dawn if he gets that down. Steph, I'm so glad that you're here. This is our friend Steph Uncorked. Steph lives like in my town.
Hey.
So at least I assume that that's the same Steph Uncorked. If that's not, then it's going to be really embarrassing. And for that, I apologize. So again, the fact that we had to cover 8 2/3 innings with our bullpen, I don't know who's going to pitch tomorrow. Legitimately, I don't know because we used Taylor Scott, and that was another question that I had. I don't understand why we burned Taylor Scott the day before when we were already up. Like we could have had a position player pitching.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know why we did that. Yay, Steph. Okay, good. It is Steph Uncorked. If you guys are on Instagram or anything like that, our top fan rivalry friends, this is Steph Uncorked. Yay! So hey, Steph, guess what? I have bourbon in this cup. I know you can't see it, but it's bourbon. I promise. If you go back, you can see the pour. So there was only minimal faces made the first time. And
that
then,
first
like,
one was.
afterwards. The first one was awesome.
Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah. So just all of the flowers for Seth. Oh, I feel so bad for him. But at least he got optioned. Like, at least he got sent down and not DFA'd completely. But talk about Wander Suero. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
I feel like they should have, if they weren't going to do a position player, they should have just let him go. You know what I mean? Let him go for 60 pitches or whatever. I don't know. The fact that
Can Greg Kessinger be moved to the bullpen?
Stop. I don't understand why people are doing this right now. I don't understand why Sports Talk 610
our
did
bullpen
it.
is upside down.
I understand that.
Upside down.
I understand that, but everybody wants to go, well, Greg Kessinger got outs. I'm like, come on now. Those guys were done.
Greg Kessinger got outs on like 75-mile-an-hour quote unquote slider.
Yeah. The one of I can't remember his name, but he was like, Greg Kessinger got more outs than Hunter Brown. And I'm like, dude, they stopped playing baseball at 10 runs. They basically just do. So anybody that thinks, well, they were competitive.
They didn't though. They didn't because Michael Garcia is still fucking stealing bases on motherfuckers. And I haven't gone back to tally up how many stolen bases there were. But if you'll remember on the last episode when I said that there was going to be at least 10, pretty sure we beat that mark, guys. Pretty sure. So Mets friends, if you are here, just don't sleep on the Royals. Don't fucking sleep on the Royals because Michael Garcia is going to make you pay, and Nelson Velasquez is going to make you pay, and apparently now Vinny Pasquantino's bat has woken up. So, Aaron, you shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Aaron. We love you though. We love you. Cheers. Okay, so tell me why. Tell me why we have the Yankees fucking barking at each other and the Astros can't fucking score runs. Like what is happening? We are literally in the upside down. We are in the upside down because the Athletics beat the Rangers
Twice.
Twice. Mets fans, close your ears. I apologize. The Mets put 16 runs on the Braves today. 16. The Mets. What's happening? What's happening? Alex Verdugo, we are dogs. So that requires barking in the dugout. Listen, again, we like vibes. We like vibes on this podcast, okay? And the Yankee dugout, not gonna lie, it looks fucking fun as shit in there. Okay, vibes are high. Vibes are fucking high in the Yankees dugout.
Winning does that. Winning does all of that. Winning will cure the Astros. I promise you. They get rolling, and then everybody's gonna be like, "Remember when we, we're done? Sell the team. It's over." Aaron's 100% right. Those guys are pressing something serious. They're in there trying to win 10 games in one game, and it's like, dude, one at bat. Simplify this stuff. Keep it simple, and the rest will take care of itself. I think the pitchers are too. Hunter got beat up today, and I mean, very uncharacteristic.
Even on, and people were saying that, well, when you throw it, down the middle, I understand there were some pitches thrown down the middle, and yes, I get it, but there were some pitches thrown on the edges that they were getting to, and no shade to the Royals, because like I just said, I just gave you your flowers, but you cannot sit there and tell me that every single motherfucker on that team is going to hit simultaneously without him tipping. Hunter Brown has better stuff than this. Okay. So I don't know if it was tipping. I don't know if it was, some of it was pitch placement. I get that. Again, like you leave a dick high fastball right there, like baseball players are gonna fucking hit it. I get it. I understand. But when a no-name outfielder reaches out and singles on a fucking slider that was like dotted on the corner, what are you going to do? What are you going to do on that? And I looked at Baseball Savant before we hopped on, and it was about half and half that of like hard hit balls versus like non-hard hit balls. And we were literally getting singled to death. The fact that, and I think part of the issue is that the Royals were at home, they know how to play their ballpark, and they were saying how windy it was, and legitimate, all those guys are just hitting fucking line drives up the middle. They're not trying to lift that ball at all, because they knew that if they did, it was going to be a fucking out. They were going to make that out. And I wonder how much of that played into how well they did today. Like, again, Royals fans, if you are here in the chat, I don't know why you would be, but if you are here in the chat, there's no shade against you. I literally just said how fucking good you were. But when every single person in your lineup hits simultaneously, there's just something going on our side, right? Because Hunter Brown is not this person. Spencer Arrighetti, that was a blow up start from the beginning, and I chalk that up to nerves and whatever. But Hunter Brown, this is not a prototypical Hunter Brown start. So Stephanie says, couldn't help but think tipping today. Yes, Steph. Is the Yankee sweep over Astros still creditable with the Astros struggling this bad? I don't think so. Yeah, Aaron, because like legitimately, we were being babbipped to death there as well, and your soft hit balls, yes, were just literally dropping in the perfect place. Our soft hit balls were just also hit just good enough that it was going to players that were like right there. Question. This just clicked into my head. If the shift is illegal, how in the fuck is bringing a left fielder over to the second base side legal? Like a 5-man infield? Like, how is that legal?
Because he can be, as long as he's in the grass. You can do whatever you want with your outfielders in the grass. The shift is talking about moving the shortstop on the other side of second base. You can't do that. Or vice versa. You can't move the second baseman to the other side of second base. Those guys can't shift. Your outfielders can be whatever the fuck you want.
Is that not counter fucking intuitive? Is that not the most counterintuitive thing that you've ever? What are we doing here? It's just a loophole. It's a fucking loophole. And I'm so mad that we can't exploit that. Steph, oh my god, yes. What, like 7 singles and 9 runs? Absolutely, Steph. Absolutely. We were getting babbipped to death. And some of it was bad luck, but some of it wasn't. The Yankee series, 90% of that was like bad luck. It was just I don't know. I still I have a video, Aaron, remind me, that I will put up where I literally did a rant about Juan Soto and the Yankees. Remind me. You guys will be happy. Just remind me though. Maybe the Astros should sign Rich Hill for the vibes.
They need to sign Rich Hill to leave these kids in Sugarland if this is what's going to happen when they come up. I was so excited for Spencer Arrighetti, and now I'm like, pump your brakes. Because as much as he does have K stuff and K upside, I am like, you still got to get all the other guys out that you're not going to K. And he's definitely struggled with that.
You know what I saw on Twitter today? Apparently, Jake Odorizzi got DFA'd by the Tampa Bay Rays. And I wasn't even aware that Tampa Bay Rays signed Jake Odorizzi for a minor league deal. And someone said that we should sign back Jake Odorizzi. Do you know why the Tampa Bay Rays DFA'd Jake Odorizzi, people? Like, you thought Hunter Brown's start was bad. FYI. Bourbon just kicking in. So apparently, if I just drink enough bourbon, my feelings won't be hurt during Houston Astros games. We've unlocked that secret of life. So that's what we're gonna be doing now. So in apparently 2 starts, I want to say he's given up like 7 runs each start. And then he said that his hamstring has been bothering him. So now he has to heal from the hamstring before he tries to get another deal.
My thing is, if the Rays DFA you, you shouldn't even touch them, because the Rays are a pitching factory, and that means, look, we can't even fix you.
Aaron, why are you just poking the bear now? Like, you're just poking the fucking bear. And side note, while Hunter Brown does have the same delivery as Verlander, he's much closer to a Fromber than he is a Verlander. Like, his stuff is much closer to Fromber than Verlander. Okay, so before you talk shit, get your facts straight, sir. Okay.
For everybody that's done with Hunter Brown and he's not a starter and he needs to be in the pen and he'll never be a starter, he needs to go back to Sugarland. The kid is 25. I just want to stop everybody and say he's 25. And while
he's 25,
while he's not been perfect, he's been very good for 25. And we're talking what, 3rd year in the big leagues? This is year 3. So like, the guys are gonna have starts like this.
Okay, so remember when I said in the tweet that Tom was gonna give you your dose of like rational Astros takes.
And that was with the makers.
That's what I was taking. That's what I'm talking about.
Tell
Aaron
him,
says,
Kelsey.
might as well
Tell
find Noah, Thor, Syndergaard. No, sir, Aaron. We're Aaron, blue shirts banter. We will not be doing that. We will not be doing that. You think that Hunter Brown is bad? Absolutely not. Like, at least I know I see the light at the end of Hunter Brown's tunnel. I don't know what the fuck Noah Syndergaard is gonna do. Kelsey, we love trolls. We absolutely love trolls. So troll away. Troll the fuck away. And all I need to know was if you were counting Lance Lynn's nut grabs this last start. I don't think it was many, though, because it was rainy and cold.
Y'all
and
had a high number. I saw y'all talking about it. The number was high on that.
Yeah. Yes. We definitely overshot that by like a bunch. But just wait until you get hot and sweaty, and I guarantee you he's gonna be adjusting the boys way more frequently. Okay.
Steph, I love Tony Kemp's
Lance says
post
Brown
about Jackson.
stinks.
Oh, well.
Lance, he hasn't been great. He hasn't been great. Like, the numbers obviously like lay that out. Okay. And I think part of it is mindset, and I think another part of it is, can we bring back the sticky stuff? Like, they were talking about it on the broadcast about how dry it was and how he just kept like throwing out the balls because he couldn't grip them. Sorry, I have too much alcohol in me not to laugh at the gripping the balls.
I mean, everybody knows that when it's windy, when it's cold, pitchers just aren't going to generate the same amount of spin. And I think for that, if you're going to throw dick high fastballs that aren't going to move, you're going to get lit up.
Everyone knows the best starters are 35 plus. Kelsey, only the Cardinals believe that. Cardinals and maybe the Astros if your name is Justin Verlander.
Or Zach Greinke.
So, do you know how sad I am that I missed peak Zach Greinke era?
Oh, man, you would have loved him. The batter? Oh, my God. The batter? Yeah, he was something else.
I am so fucking mad that I missed peak Zach Greinke. And, like, you want to talk about fucking vibe? Bring Zach Greinke back, man. Bring Zach Greinke back so that they can have Dress Like Zach Greinke Day again. That shit was that was awesome. Oh, Steph. Can I just tell you, I was so fucking sad that the Orioles DFA'd Tony Kemp. I get it. I understand why they did it, but that broke my heart. And we want to talk about vibes? Like, he would be the best vibes guy.
And that's why I went to war for him.
Shh. No, Tom. No. Do we need vibes? Do we need vibes on this team?
According to you and Kelsey, that's what we lack. And Aaron.
We
need hugs. We need hugs for homers now.
We need hugs. If we were homering, we would definitely need hugs, but we ain't been homering.
You know
okay?
what? The first time Jordan hit a homer and Tony came and gave him a hug, everybody else is homering right behind him.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I like that. I like that prophetic.
For the makers, Steph.
What is profit, Tom? I don't know. I have too much alcohol in me to really figure that out. It has come out now, and apparently we just need a little maker's mark to.
I had a guy on Twitter go to war because I was saying DFA Gray and bring back Tony, and he's like, nope. We need Gray, his bat, and all these things, his defense, and I'm like, look, the dude's a -1 WAR. He had. I mean. Like that doesn't. He doesn't. He's not. Now Tony Kemp hasn't had any amazing stats this season to run with, but he's been good in the past. And
vibes.
Exactly 100% vibes. 100%. Greg Kessinger came in
vibes.
Today. Do you know what position he played? Second base. And he was like, "Oh well, we wouldn't have anywhere to play Tony. Tony plays second base." And I'm just like.
Listen, I can't have two short second basemen, Tom.
You can.
Okay,
you can. We did it.
I can't.
The Astros prove you can. They already did it. I'm not recreating the wheel. Tony Kemp was an Astro.
That's true. I loved Tony Kemp. I did. I loved Tony Kemp when he played on this team. I did. I loved him, and I loved him when he played for the A's. I loved him. I mean, Kelsey and I said on All the Balls edition that he was so good for that Orioles team because he fit in with the veteran leadership and the fucking vibes. You can't tell me that fucking homer hose that the Orioles do isn't fucking fun as shit. And I understand that traditionalist baseball people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's not baseball." Blah blah blah. Baseball's supposed to be
How do they
fucking
sound again? Do it
fun.
again.
Blah blah blah. Okay, you sound like a curmudgeon. Okay, that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Like I have a mouse in my pocket. I know, just me and my bourbon over here. Baseball's supposed to be fucking fun. Let let the
Let the
let them
boys
fucking
play.
play.
Yep.
Let them fucking play. Let them fucking have fun. You don't like their fucking handlebar celebration that the Orioles do? Okay, whatever. They brought back the homer hose, and guess what? They started fucking winning again. All
Hitting
I'm saying
homers.
is that maybe we need to bring something fun back, okay? Like bring me cocky breaky back, okay? Like the holding up the 4 fucking fingers breaky, like bring me that motherfucker back. Okay? I don't what else did we do? There was like the
The
staring
stare. Yeah, they had the
stare,
stare. Yep.
but there was like nothing fun though, right? There was like not a thing that they did. You know how like
Hmm.
I think the Tigers now have the fucking pizza? I don't know what the pizza's about, but they have a fucking like pitchfork with fucking pizza. And the Mariners have the fucking trident. You I get it. It's a little cheesy. It is, but it's fucking fun. It's fun. That's what the it's a literally a game. Let it be fucking fun, people. It's entertainment. Makes me mad. Makes me mad. Food and Fitteds with Phil. The Braves have me drinking straight Everclear. What happened in that Mets game? Phil, like what? I don't know what the I'm in a fantasy league with 94% Mets fans. They were over the fucking moon. They were over the goddamn moon. I don't know. Apparently, Alan Winans did not have it today.
Who started for the Braves? Is that who started?
Alan Winans, yeah, yeah.
I'm dying to know what his fantasy score was because I'm here to tell you the negative 24 I got from Hunter Brown. That's epic.
So the guy that I'm playing this week had Hunter Brown. It wasn't a good look. Now, granted, but Spencer Arguetti got me negative 7.5 points, but it was nothing like the negative 23 that Hunter Brown got for that guy. Tony Kemp, Aaron, what are we doing? Okay, yes,
He's the troll.
vibes.
Yeah.
In vibes, Tony Kemp is greater than Jackson Holiday. Absolutely, you are correct. You are correct in vibes, but literally in vibes only. Literally in vibes only. Don't sleep on the hug stuff. Yeah, I think everybody needs a hug. Maybe that's what's missing. We all did, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not going to play a ton. You don't expect Gray to play a ton. Like, you want a locker room guy, somebody to get these guys going? It's Tony Kemp.
Steph says cocky braggy. See, other people want cocky braggy back. And last season, you saw a little bit of that, like try and come out. And I think, I don't know. I think maybe he was saying to himself, "Oh, maybe I'm supposed to be more mature than this." No,
Don't
absolutely
ever.
not, Braggy. Okay, no, I don't know why you think you needed to change your shit from
To
Breggy Bomb
Wild Soul.
salsa to Wild Soul, but like Tom said, you need to change that shit back because Wild Soul bombs, that's not it. And maybe that's why you haven't hit any. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, the Altuve dance. I remember the Altuve dance. Yep.
I just feel like with
Royals
Bregman,
Royals Bigfoot is down. Side note, it's funny because Vinny Pasquantino's nickname is the Pasquatch because he's like 6'5" and fucking big and hairy like the Sasquatch. So Sasquatch. That's why. Uh, you want to talk about big vibes guy? Vinny Pasquantino, big vibes guy, and he is low key hysterical, and I'm kind of sad that he's not our first baseman. What we need is Altuve singing Backstreet Boys in the clubhouse again.
I
loved that
mean,
video.
they need something. They need something because right now you can tell they're just pressing really, really hard to try to be the team that they've been for the last 6 years, 7 years. And some of those guys are okay, and some of those guys are trying to get a contract. Tuck, I think for all that we're talking about Bregman and his contract situation, I wonder if Tuck is doing something a little similar because people have been talking to him about his contract situation and that the
Right.
extension could happen now rather than later because they didn't want to get to a situation with Breg. So he's trying to prove, hey, if I put up these numbers, then we'll get this extension done now, and the contract will be bigger than if I
Yeah.
just have an average year. So, and then you really can't afford for those guys to be absent when you have Maldi 2.0. You just can't. And for this team to score enough runs, obviously, if pitching is going to be struggling, pitching is going to stink, it does not matter what they do. You know, like you're not supposed to score 13 runs a game. You're just not.
What do you
And
mean? You're not supposed to score 9 runs in the first inning?
you are not.
Is that not what happens in normal baseball games?
Last year, the magic number was 4. If the Astros got to 4 runs, they were going to win more often than they did. And this year, I think they need to get to 5 in order to deal with the rotation issues, the bullpen issues, and with Bregman and Tuck and Abreu, and then the rotation. We're kind of getting the musical chairs again in center field, and I don't know if that helps Myers and Dubon. We'll see.
You know my feelings. You know my feelings on that. Here's my list for center field: Chaz, Jake, Dubon.
You're not getting Chaz in center field though. You're just not. I
said it was
wanted
my
to.
list. I didn't say it was Joe Spada's list. I know it's on Joe Spada's list.
I
Okay?
know, but you're not
what
going to
the
speak
fuck
it
are we
into
doing?
existence. Yeah, I get it.
I'm speaking it into existence, okay? I'm trying so hard to enunciate my words. You have no idea. Looking ahead, okay? Because there's really bright spots here. There's really only Jordan and Seth Martinez. Shout out to
And
Taylor
Tuve.
Scott, though,
And
okay?
Tuve.
And Tuve, okay? Yes.
Pena.
Tuve gets like half a shout out because, sir, I still remember you running into outs, okay? So just, you get half a shout out.
That comes with it, though. The man's been on base every game.
Yeah. I'm
That's
still
hard.
holding his. That's what she said. I'm still
You hope.
holding his running into outs against him because
He probably cost us a game with that one. Probably.
because that Yankees game could have been winnable. Could have been winnable. That is proper English. Could have been winnable. Could have, yes. If he hadn't run into that out, because the way that Yainer was hitting,
Still hitting.
pretty sure. Okay. Did I tell you that I have a bet with someone that by the end of the season, Yainer will have better numbers than Will Smith?
Shut up.
That's my bet.
Ooh,
I
I
have
like that.
I have that much faith
Looking
in
pretty
my
good right
fucking
now.
catcher. Okay? That's the bet I made against Will Smith. There's 5 categories that he needs to win, or like best out of 5. And I mean, just say we're gonna be teeter-tottering. Okay, it's gonna be like one of those like back and forth races, you know, like the little like circus games that you play or carnival games that you play where like you're shooting the water into the hole and like the little horsey's going and you just it's gonna be that. It's gonna be that. Half a shout out. Yes, Stephanie, half a shout out. Okay, that's all he gets. Is half a shout out. Don't get it twisted. I love Altuve.
Is this a short guy joke? Is this because he's a smaller guy?
Nope. Nope. I will throw hands. I will throw hands for Tuve. I legitimately just said it's because he runs into outs. It's because he's the worst base runner ever. but we gotta take it. We gotta take it because then he like hits fucking dingers on neck high fastballs. Okay, Altuve giveth, Altuve taketh. It was the best tweet that I never came up with, and I'm sad that I didn't come up with it.
You still have time.
Looking ahead, yeah, but then it's gonna be like copying someone, and that's not cool. Okay, so looking ahead to the Rangers series, because of course, why would we want to spread those Rangers games out? That's just silly. So for the Silver Boot, we have Dane Dunning versus JP France on Friday night. Saturday, we have Andrew Heaney versus Ronel Blanco, who, if you had Ronel Blanco as your best starter out of the Astros rotation before the season opened, send me the lotto numbers, please and thank you. I would really appreciate that. Okay. Let's hope that that magic continues and that we tee off on Andrew Heaney again. And then Sunday we'll conclude with Nathan Eovaldi and Christian Javier. Do you remember the guy that scored the run against Josh Hader in the last Rangers meetup? Tom?
I should. Maybe
You
before
should, because we talked about him. Before the Maker's Mark, you probably
Yeah,
would've.
that's what I was
After the
gonna
Maker's
say.
Mark,
Not so much.
that information probably left your brain. That's okay, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you that that guy's name is Justin Foscue, the guy that hit the run, hit Josh Hader at his like first at bat. Do you know that Justin Foscue went on the IL
Can't hurt us there.
directly after that game? Went on the IL, the 10-day IL for a strained oblique, I think. I don't know anything about obliques because I don't have any, but I hear they take a while to like heal, and
Especially
shit.
swinging a bat.
So Justin Foscue will not be there to apparently get his second hit off of Josh Hader. I don't know. But they brought up another guy.
That should tell you what kind of season this has been. When the no-name rookie dude that comes up and blows your closer up gets injured immediately after, like he was sent here just for that. Like, here, you're gonna ruin these guys' night, and then you're gonna be hurt. Like that's
is it
and then the Yankees
like
with
Jonathan Loizaga?
Yes. Yes.
Carving us up and then immediately going on the IL.
Yes. This is the season that the Astros have had so far, where it's been anomaly after anomaly after anomaly, and people are like, "Man, the Astros suck." And it's like, man, the Yankees friggin' nickeled and dimed us to death. You know, the Rangers probably win that series if stuff goes right. For me, the only series that kind of really, the Blue Jay series, they should have won that series. They gave that they gave up CJ's gem. Like, if you take away all the crazy shit that has happened to the Astros so far, they're probably a good baseball team. The Royals is probably the only outing due to injury or whatever for all these starters that has probably been the one series where you're like, the Astros kind of stunk. But everything else, it's 3 series they could have won. And then we wouldn't feel the way we feel about the season.
I've decided that I'm just going to drink bourbon for every game, and then I won't care if they win or lose.
Are you going to make it through
care.
the game?
Probably not. Because
right now,
I'm
after
gonna have
that,
enough bourbon in me that it won't fucking matter.
So Friday on the PSF app, if you're not already planning on being there, you should, because Suzy on bourbon on the PSF app will be a fantastic time.
That's what he said. Technically my husband. But listen, you'll only have to look at the ugly drinking bourbon face the first time. All of the other times,
that's what he said.
By that, it will just be numb. And now, I don't want to say it tastes good, because by no means does it taste good. But it doesn't taste horrible. I put worse in my mouth, so there's that. Is it too early to bring out the Astros rosary? No,
Steph,
Steph, it's
hey,
never.
if you want
Never.
to say some Hail
Some Hail
Altuve's, you go
Mary.
ahead.
Yeah. Like, again, where are the Mexican grandmas? I need all the Mexican grandmas to convene
all the abuelas.
on
All the abuelas.
please. Por favor. Okay. I don't know how to say like rub the Vicks on the feet. So if anybody knows
I'm
how to
just
say
impressed
that in
that you
Spanish,
know that. That shows you've been in
I could.
Texas long enough.
Hey, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Okay, that's the extent of my Spanish that I know. I actually know the colors and the numbers in Spanish, and I taught my kids those numbers and colors by playing Uno during COVID. So, yeah, you should be very proud. Steph, ma'am, I have to drive home on Saturday night, so we cannot have a bourbon unless you're driving me. If you're driving me, then we can definitely have a bourbon. But if I'm driving myself, I cannot be having bourbons. I'm sorry.
MB Hill, what happened to the nuns? That is a good question. If Mattress Mac was serious about these bets, he would get them nuns back in the building now.
Did you hear how much money Ipe apparently lost?
And you're telling me Shohei knew nothing when that's half of what he made? No, stop.
What? I want to be rich enough to not notice $14 million going
16
out of my account. Listen, I have to ask Mike if he. I'm like, did you make this $250 purchase? And he's like, yeah. Well, okay. I just want to make sure because sometimes no. I want to be rich enough that I don't.
Shohei's got motherfucking accountants and tax people. You're telling me nobody was we didn't see it? We don't know. Nah.
I don't know.
Nah.
Maybe he didn't have the Asians doing his books. Tom,
what Asian don't have Asians doing their books? You've been converted.
The audio audio people, when I put this up, this is the silence is me pointing. Okay, pointing to myself. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
That guy doesn't speak English. Come on now.
He knows more English than he lets on. That's all I'm saying. There's 50 of you here.
Not according
if there's 50 of you here. If there's 50 of you here, y'all better come into this motherfucking chat and say hello. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's 50 of you here. If 49 of you are on Twitter, come over to the YouTube side so that you can say hi. Okay, and like drink with us. All right. And if you are not here tonight, come join us on the PSF app. Okay, I will put those links up tomorrow.
Regardless of the score, we're having a blast. I promise.
Oh, we will. We are, because I guarantee motherfucking you. Yes, if the score is as lopsided as it was today, I will definitely be drinking some fucking bourbon. Okay, and then
all of that back there, we're going all the way in if it's the score like that on the PSN.
Well,
all the way.
I'm just saying, and then like. I'm a much nicer person with alcohol in me. I don't think you guys understand this. I am so much nicer with alcohol in my system.
Can't wait. MB Hill.
I do
Pizza
not
and
think
PSF.
I do not think that we appreciate you. We appreciate you, sir. My Friday night pizza and PSF. Cheers. Cheers to that. I'm gonna finish this nice little bourbon drink. Bourbon. Is it a drink if it's just bourbon?
I don't know. Sure. Is water a drink if it's just water?
No, it's just a cup of water.
Cup of bourbon.
I don't know what I'm saying right now. I don't know.
You need to talk about this Saturday night thing. You need to get all of these 50 people out there with you.
Oh, I'm so excited about Saturday night. I will probably have some
a little bit of alcohol in me, so I probably will be a little bit nicer than if you just encountered me, in the wild somewhere else. But if you are in the Houston area, come on out to the no, not the PSF. I'm very sorry. Top Fan Rivalry Network. We are having a cocktail party. I will put the link in the box, maybe. I want to say that there's still tickets available. I think it's at Angel Share something. I've never been there. I don't have a life, so I don't actually go out. But I'm told that Angel Share is like amazing. Looks very, very cool. So if you guys are not part of the Top Fan Rivalry Network, you should be, because even if you are a fan of not the Astros, if you're a fan of like other teams, they got all the other teams over there. They have a variety of podcasts. Obviously, Astros in Orbit is the best one, but you'll have to deal with PG-13 Suzy, so she's not as fun. But I host that with Bill over there. I will put the link to the get together in the show notes here shortly. Side note, do you know how hard it is to type when one is slightly drunk? It's quite hard.
I don't try it. I don't know.
I wouldn't be, but I just said that I was going to put the link.
Like, I was chatting with the group, and now I'm just talking at them because I'm like, you know what? We're over here. We're having a drink. I'll let y'all do the typing. I'll do the talking.
Listen, I'm trying to do both at the same time, and even if I was sober, I would probably have a hard time doing this. So just know that you guys are lucky for me trying to do this. So here is maybe the link for the tickets. Now the tickets are $50, but that does include food and drinks, and I'm talking like alcoholic drinks, people. Okay, so I say, like, when's the last time you all went out and spent less than $50 on drinks? I don't actually know these things because I don't ever go out.
You have two of these and any kind of meal, and you've already went over that for sure.
Okay, so I put the link to buy tickets to the event Saturday night in the chat. So go and buy your ticket. I will actually be at the game on Saturday. So if you guys are going to be there, please come say hello. Please come say hello. Just know that I will probably be awkward as fuck. So just be aware, because by that point I won't have any alcohol in me. So just know that what you see over here, this is liquored up Suzy, and she's a much nicer Suzy. So if I have a resting bitch face, that's not you. That's me not having any alcohol in my system. So go click the link, buy a ticket, go meet all of our friends. There's Steph. There's Steph down here. Steph with all of the smiley faces. Steph, there's Big Dave. Juicebox Jackie, I don't think is going to be here because she moved to California. Poor thing. I don't even know what's happening. But she's
moving up in the world, because that's not a cheap place to live.
Her husband got transferred there because of the military, I think. But her husband, funnily enough, is a Dodger fan, and he reps the Dodgers fucking hard as shit. Like, all of the sporting events they go to is Dodgers. All of the stuff, Dodgers, and it's so adorable because Jackie is just all
house divided
Astro stuff. I fucking love it. So if you are in the Houston area, come out, come say hi. Steph, myself, Tom's not going to be there because he's a loser. I'm just kidding. He's not a loser. He's going to be holding it down on the PSF app. Are you going to be holding it down on the PSF app?
I don't think I have Saturday.
Yes,
we have Friday. No. We have Friday.
Just kidding. Just kidding. He's not going to be holding it down on the PSF app.
I'm going to be hanging out with the kids.
Okay, so other people will be hanging out on the PSF app on Saturday. We will be hanging out on Friday night. So don't miss that, because that will be amazing. Because who doesn't want to hang out with Tom and I? Duh. If I get my shit together, I will have some sort of
card game,
martial
right?
arts
Drinking
dummy
game?
to beat up.
I think that's an all-star break thing.
Should we bring back the drinking game?
Absolutely. For those of you that weren't with us last year,
I cannot do the drinking game with bourbon.
If I can do it, you can do it. For those of us that weren't with us last year, Suzy has this awesome deck of cards. And again, shout out to the 50 of y'all that are hanging out. Appreciate every one of y'all coming out, checking us out. Suzy has a deck of cards.
Hit the
that is
like button, subscribe. We love this.
all of the things
Well, cards. Sorry, cards.
that when you pull 5 cards and they're all baseball related. And it's like, if you get a curveball, you drink. If this guy flies out, you drink. If there's a backwards K, you drink. Whatever the case may be. There's different rules. But you're watching the game and you're watching for these cards to hit. It's a really good time. If you're there with us Friday, I imagine we'll be doing it Friday.
Should I attempt to keep score and the drinking game?
Nah. You only keep score if you're like being adulting. Otherwise, it's gonna look like the 5-year-old colored all over the book.
Okay, regardless if I have alcohol in me or not, it's gonna look like the 5-year-old colored in the book. Regardless.
Then, hey,
Regardless.
we may be keeping score while we're playing the game. Who knows?
There may just be rants about how to keep fucking score, people. Do you understand that in the 7 games that I've tried to score, they've batted around in like 3 of those games, and
The
I
other
don't know
team.
how to score that. I don't know. I don't know how to score that. And someone answered me on Twitter today, or was it yesterday? I don't know. Within the last 48 hours, that you're just supposed to move over an inning. I don't know what that means. I understand what like moving over the inning. Like, do I just cross that 5 out or whatever and just like put a 4 and say, okay, it's still the 4th inning. We've given up 43 runs and we've sent 15 men to the plate. Is that what's supposed to happen? So if any of you keep score, let me know. I would appreciate that. The 54 of you that are here. Because I don't know. And then I was trying to figure out how to score errors to like move people up a base. I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's an official way. I really need to look up YouTube videos, but apparently there's not enough hours in the day to do that. So I would just like to, maybe learn on the fly because that's how we roll over here. So as of right now, we have split the series with the Rangers. We're going to actually get back on topic of baseball and, Silver Boot. We've split the series with the Rangers. Guys, if we don't win the series and I got to hear the motherfucking Rangers fans crowing about this all fucking season long, I may turn into a functional alcoholic. So for my mental health and my well-being, I need the Astros to win. I'm just saying, because we've already given up the season record to the Yankees. That's like bad enough. If we give it up to the Rangers, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
That
Steph
being
wants to keep
said,
score.
well, of course, Barbara Bush. That being said, I feel like the Astros are a team that every time they've dug these holes, they find a way out. They get their shit together. This is the perfect opportunity for them to get their shit together. And 3 games from now, go, okay, we're good.
Cheers to the rational baseball fan, aka Tom. Cheers to you, sir, because the delulu fan over here that is super enjoying the drunkenness that I don't even know how much bourbon I've drank. But at this point I don't even give a fuck because I've drank enough bourbon
Drink, drank,
that I
drunk.
don't care any longer. That I'm no longer angry. My feelings are still hurt, however, about the Astros and their inability to score in with runners in scoring position. But I'm no longer angry. So there's a plus. There is a plus. Steph says that it's a must win. Rangers fans can be obnoxious AF. That's very true.
Hold on. So real quick, the season series does not end after these 3 games. I think we play them like 15 times. So
I don't.
It will not be over after 7.
I don't think we do. But I've had enough bourbon in me to know that whatever comes out of my mouth will probably be a lie. So I'm gonna go with you, Tom. I'm gonna go with you because that's what my brain is telling me to do right now. Steph, are you
is
asking
right
which
though.
bourbon I drank?
She is so right. They are obnoxious, and you want that. You want to silence
You know,
them.
do you know who else is obnoxious?
As she
Mariners
takes a pull.
fans. Mariners fans. But do you know who sucks this season?
Mariners.
Mariners pitching? Mariners fucking pitch. George Kirby, what are you doing? You want to talk about giving up fucking runs? George Kirby, sir, what the fuck? I'm very upset with you. I've had to resort to listening to Mariners podcast to try and figure out what the fuck is going on with George Kirby, mainly because I have him on my fantasy team and I need to know if I need to drop the motherfucker or not.
Steph, you are a soldier for taking it into hostile territory, knowing that there was a potential for the Astros to take an L. Cheers to you.
Steph is amazing. Like, Steph will just randomly decide on a Thursday, I'm going to go to a rival game and just drive her happy little ass over there and then just like go to games by herself. And I'm all, is that safe, ma'am? I mean, obviously, because she's amazing. But like, shout out to you, Steph, because I'm going to the game by myself on Saturday and I am literally terrified. Legitimately terrified. Okay. I had this bullet bourbon. If you are on audio only, go look at the YouTubes. I had this bullet bourbon. Mike was giving me a crash course on bourbon before the podcast.
Hey.
On like which bourbons I would like and which ones were sweeter, quote unquote. I'm all, motherfucker, why are you lying to me? None of these things are fucking sweet by my definition. I am going to hate legitimately. I tried to combine legitimately and literally into one word and it didn't work. I'm going to hate anything that enters my mouth. It
That's
doesn't
not
matter.
true.
It does not
Some of
fucking
them
matter.
taste way worse, I'm telling you.
Oh, I have some. I have some of those back there. Okay, I have some.
I don't know, that Blanton's
me-
I see right there on the right. That I know tastes amazing. My right.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed to open that bottle.
That's an expensive bottle.
Exactly. I wasn't allowed to buy that one. The Astros are gonna have to fucking win in order for me to open that bottle.
The Weller's next to it is good too.
This one?
Yeah. It's already open.
Age 12 years. Yes.
Mike's got good taste.
Yeah,
you almost didn't want to agree.
I mean, he married me. Of course he has good taste.
Double Day. Ooh, I have to try that one, Steph. I don't know anything about that one.
Get you some Double Day bourbon and perhaps the baseball bourbon will go down a little sweeter. Steph, I love you so much. But ain't no way in fucking hell bourbon is going to go down sweet. It's not. Okay? Like, I know this. Bourbon knows this. I have put way worse in my mouth. So, but there's again,
Cooperstown. Ooh.
That's a baseball player's.
That's the Hall of Fame.
That's a baseball player's bourbon, and I have too much alcohol in my system to recall that name. Start naming off Astros baseball players that had good careers.
Is that Wagner's? Billy Wagner or Oswald?
It's not Oswald. There we go. It's Oswald. It's Oswald's, right, Steph? Cooperstown Distillery. Yeah, I'm
I saw
almost
something
positive
about
it's-
him in a bourbon not too long ago.
It's Oswald's. Okay, so again, like I said earlier in the podcast, I was not built for this, peoples. I was not.
For the bourbon or the losing.
Hey, guess what? Guess what?
We're going to enjoy them together.
We hold. I understand that it's April 11th, people. Okay, I don't have that much bourbon in my system. I understand that it is April 11th, but do you know who is all by themselves in the standings in the AL West?
The Astros?
The Astros. The Astros are 4-10. 4-10, people. 4-10. I understand that only means we're 3.5 games back. I get it. I know. Okay. But the fact that the Oakland Athletics and the Seattle Mariners are tied for quote unquote third, as we all drew it up in the offseason.
Yeah, but they played each other, though. They didn't play nobody.
Oakland played the Rangers.
And we beat the Rangers like they beat the Rangers.
We didn't beat the Rangers in that last series. We split the series, sir.
They won 2 games. Oakland won 2 games.
And that equals a dub when you play 2 out of 3. But when you play 2 out of 4, that's,
I look at how many times they beat them. If we only
Listen.
played them 3 and we won the series, would that have changed anything if they were 4-9 instead of 4-10?
I would rather be 5-8 than 4-10.
Well, of course.
I would rather be 5-8 than 4-10 and getting our ass kicked in by the motherfucking Royals. Royals fans, that's not a slight on you. That's a slight on my fucking Astros. Okay, don't take that as a slight on you.
I don't know. I'm not
Steph
worried
says
about
just 3 games behind last year's start. I think. I mean, I'm still gonna pray. Yeah, Steph. But see, here's the problem, Steph. Here's the problem. See, last season, I not that I expected it, but with Martin Maldonado in the lineup, like it was almost a given. I had higher expectations, and again, I should know better. I should know better than to have expectations of people, sports teams. I should know better because I was raised with an Asian mom. I should know better. I should know that at any point in time, shit's going to get fucked up and people are going to disappoint. But the optimist in me, the rational side in me said, do you see our lineup? Our lineup should fucking bang. And it has. But then we say, hey, guess what? We would like to partake in our favorite pastime ever. And we would just like to leave those runners just all on base. We don't want to come home with those. We don't want to actually convert those into runs because what fun would that be? We don't want to do that. We just want to get them to the bases. We just don't want to get them all the way home. Okay? That's the Astros' favorite pastime. That's what we love to do. I wasn't built for this. I will be here. I will be here though. Now after this, my skin is getting a little bit thicker. The bourbon is helping. Steph, I will never, ever, ever, ever motherfucking leave Maldi alone. Not ever. Nope. Legitimately, nope. We're not going to get into this. I have way too much alcohol in my system. And we're not going to do that. That's not what we're going to do. I have just enough in my system to know that if I get on this tangent, we ain't gonna stop. So that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. Yeah, see, you're laughing. I know, because it's just it's not a good look. It's not a good look. So just know, people, I'm here. I'm here with you in spirit. In spirit. Speaking of spirits, I need all the Mexican grandmas, all the abuelas to like congregate on Minute Maid Park.
Sit next to Suzy on Saturday.
Please bring all the Vicks. I'll bring my Vicks. Again, I don't know where we're gonna rub it, like what equates to the bottom of the feet
Under
at
the
Minute Maid
seat.
Park.
Under the seat.
Will that do it? I don't know. Maybe. So if anybody comes and sits next to me and I smell like Vicks Vapor Rub, you know why. You motherfucking know why. Okay? It's because I'm trying to get all of the ojo like correct. All right? We're just gonna hope that JP France has all of the BDE, the big dad energy, and just throws like the game of his life against Dane Dunning. Dane Dunning, I apologize, my half Korean brethren. I apologize. Okay, but I gotta ride for JP France. It's just that's what it is. I don't know why I'm talking as if Dane Dunning is ever gonna fucking see this, but if perchance he does, because guess what? Marie Hader, we follow each other. She follows me. We're like besties. All right. So I don't know. Maybe she's gonna be like, hey, guess what? I saw this piece of like Dane Dunning. I'm gonna just send it to him. Who knows? Who fucking knows? I don't know. Regardless, I need JP France and his mustache to shove on Saturday. That's what I was going to do. That's why I was looking at my phone, was to look at the bullpen and who is actually available to pitch tomorrow. Because Seth Martinez came in today. Taylor Scott came in today. Parker Machinsky came in today. Brian Abreu came in today because we needed to cover 8 2/3 innings. So that leaves Ryan Presley and Josh Hader. And who?
Wander Suero. They could hold him up. Actually, I think he's got to be down unless somebody's hurt. I don't know. I imagine they're going to call somebody up because you're right. I don't think there is.
There's not enough bullpen arms. There's not enough. And while I love JP France, in no world do I envision him going 7. Not against the Rangers. Not against the Rangers. Steph, why do we need eggs?
That's the other thing.
That we need eggs?
Mm-hmm. to ward off evil spirits.
Where do I
But
I
I
put
can't
these
see.
eggs?
I can't see you in Minute Maid with an egg going sana sana. I can't see it. I actually, you know what? I want to see it. So I hope Steph schools you.
Hold up. Hold. Why are these hard-boiled eggs? Are these raw eggs? I need more information on these eggs. They're hard-boiled eggs. I will get to boiling some fucking water, and I will hard boil some motherfucking eggs to take with me on Saturday. If they're raw eggs,
I don't know if they're gonna let you in Minute Maid.
we may have some. They allow a full clear gallon bag of food. Okay, so maybe I just have a egg fetish. I don't know. To cure the ojo. Steph,
Yeah.
are they raw eggs or are they like hard boiled eggs? These things I need to know. Again, like I said,
I think it's a raw.
eggs,
I think it's a raw egg.
okay, if they're raw eggs, that's a whole other conversation. Okay, it's a whole other conversation.
Me too, Steph. Me too. I know what you're supposed to do with it. I've never practiced this brujeria that we're talking about here.
If you're listening to the audio only side of this later on and you just don't understand why I just died laughing, I just put up Steph's comment in on the screen and it said, "Look, I don't know. I'm a white Mexican." So if any of my Mexicans are in the chat, please let me know if I need to be taking hard-boiled eggs into Minute Maid on Saturday or if I need to be taking raw eggs, because I mean, at this point, it can't fucking hurt, right? It can't.
Can only
The
help.
Royals, the Kansas City Royals, put 9 runs on us in the first inning. Do you know how many records that broke, guys? Like we were record setting today, like, but not in the good way. Okay, not in the good way that we want to be. So I will do whatever the fuck it takes at this point in time to like change it up. All right. All 64 of you that are here, I'm pretty sure there's only like one of you here from like YouTube and the rest of you are from Twitter. Please go to the YouTube side and like come chat with us in the chats. Okay.
There you go. If you bring the
Just bring
abuelas, they'll take care of it.
I don't have the abuelas. I don't have them. If is there like 1-800 rent the abuelas? Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. If that's a thing though, like if I can rent an abuela by like an hour, you holler at me and you let me know, especially if you can do the ojo changing. Please holler at me. What was I gonna do? I was looking at the bullpen. See what happens when you guys get me talking about the fucking ojo? I was looking at the bullpen. Peoples. Jesus.
To be
Tom,
fair,
talk about the things.
you started the Oho discussion and how we can get it off of Minute Maid Park because apparently it's cursed because the Astros just don't win there like they should.
Am I wrong?
The place is entirely too full for the Astros to be that bad.
I was watching the Cincinnati Reds versus the Milwaukee Brewers game the other night. I think it was last night. Yeah, it was last night. And the stadium was empty. The Great American Ballpark, it was empty. And I don't think that I personally have never seen Minute Maid that empty. I know that, when the team was like the Lastros, I understand that
The
stadium was that empty.
Disastros.
Yeah. If we keep going like this, we may be getting those tickets. I'm going to the Cubs Astros game not next week, the week after in Chicago, and apparently it's a Tuesday night, but apparently they have $5 tickets. $5. Astros, when are you gonna have $5 tickets, bro?
They don't have to have $5 tickets. People are buying them. That's the beauty of having a team with championship aspirations. They don't have to give you anything. The Cubs are mediocre at best. So there's a good chance you're not going to fill that stadium where half of Minute Maid is going to be in there for El Tiempo marks.
So Saturday, what you're telling me, instead of drinking the bourbon, I need to be drinking the El Tiempo margaritas.
No, you do not, because you are far too small and your little ass will get worn out by them El Tiempo margaritas. You got no business. No business.
Side note, remember that game that you came when I had Ashley and did you meet Jane? You met Jane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jane had a margarita, one of
And
the
she
El
talked
Tiempo
highly
margaritas.
about it, did she not?
She, by the end of that El Tiempo margarita, she called them mastitigas. And that is the running joke. That is the running joke from last season. So anytime that Jane has been drinking, sorry to out you, Jane. Anytime that Jane has been drinking and she texts the group chat and she calls them mastitigas, we know that she is lit the fuck up. So, Steph, do you know enough abuelas to rent? Because this could probably be a very lucrative thing. The rent an abuela, especially if we can get the eggs going. I'm just saying. Okay, Minute Maid people probably would pay us for this. Yeah. See, like, and I've never been to Wrigley Field. Legitimately, I've only been to 2 fields. Minute Maid and Mimic Maid. The Rangers Stadium. What is that? What is it? Globe Life Field? Globe Life
Park.
I don't know the difference. There's a difference. I don't remember which is which. I've only been to those 2. Wait, no, I take it back. I've been to Target Field. where the Minnesota Twins played. However, that was way before Baseball Suzy, and I was only there for the mini donuts and the baseball pants, the outfielders in the baseball pants. Couldn't tell you who the fuck was playing besides the Minnesota Twins. I was only there for the mini donuts though. So those are the only 3 fields I've been to. I'm so excited to be going to Wrigley Field, being like one of the most iconic fields ever. I kind of really want to go see the Ivy Wall though.
You should.
But I think I gotta book a VIP tour for that. And that VIP tour is very expensive. So if any of you want to, contribute to that, by all means. I'll put my Venmo in. No, I'm just kidding. But I think I read that they only do Ivy Wall tours on non-game days. And obviously, we're there for the game days. So, I'm very sad. But I'm going to get lots of pictures. Steph, the abuelos will come to us. How will the abuelos come to us, Steph? I would love to hear this business plan. Yes, you do need to get to Wrigley. I'm very excited. I'm going with my best friend, and she randomly cashed in some like credit card points or something to be able to go to Wrigley Field in a suite. So thankfully, there's going to be some heat in there because I am a Southern girl at heart, and I don't understand how to dress in layers for like cold weather. All of these baseball games I've been watching with people in like hoodies and jackets and I don't understand it. My mind is blown when I say that I don't know how to dress like this. So I've been asking Kelsey to dress for cold weather baseball games. And she's like, what are you asking me? Why are you?
What do you mean? Why are you like this?
Yeah. I go, do I need to get fuzzy boots? And she goes, it's going to be 53 degrees. Why would you need fuzzy boots? And I go, because I wear Birkenstocks 99% of the time. And she goes, oh, okay. Maybe you do need fuzzy boots. So Steph says, we'll give them an offer they can't refuse. The abuelas. I don't know what they can't refuse, Steph. You tell me. Maybe you're more acquainted with what abuelas
Suzy's
would like.
Prepared to be the silent partner in this.
I mean, I say maybe silent partner. Maybe I have a few words to say, but none of them will be
in Spanish.
None of them will be appropriate or in Spanish. So I was trying to find our bullpen. Who is in our bullpen? But I have too much alcohol in me to really do like a comprehensive search. So I'm just doing this off of the top of my brain. So Seth Martinez cannot pitch. Brandon Bielak cannot pitch. Taylor Scott cannot pitch. Brian Abreu cannot pitch.
Parker Mashinsky cannot pitch.
That's 5. Who's left? We literally just have Ryan Presley and Josh Hader. Oh, Rafael Montero cannot pitch.
Mm-mm. That's what I'm saying.
So
they're probably going to make a move to send someone down. And when it's Seth Martinez, I'm sure you'll riot. And it won't be because he needs to pitch. It'll be because
shut the fuck up right now. It better not be Seth Martinez.
Who has
I don't
options.
even give a I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like at this point, we better DFA someone before we send Seth Martinez down. That is just adding insult to fucking injury. If we send Seth Martinez down, I will fucking riot. I will fucking burn places the motherfucking down. And that's
for
not
the people,
even
for the people watching this. I knew exactly the reaction I was going to get when I said that. So
that is not even the alcohol talking. That is me. That is me.
All the red.
Okay, me talking. We better not send Seth Martinez down. If anything, we better send fucking Parker Mashinsky down. Because I know Brandon Bielak doesn't have options. Parker Mashinsky's got to fucking have options.
I don't know.
Why don't you know this, Tom? You're supposed to be a good co-host. Jesus.
Oof.
I'm just kidding.
The eighth reliever.
I'm just kidding. You're not.
His
I
minor
was gonna
league
say.
options.
I was gonna say you're the best co-host, but you can't be the best co-host because Kelsey's the best co-host. So you're like the second best co-host. How's that? We'll say
I'll
that.
take it. I'll take it.
Okay.
I think it's
Yeah, I
what
mean-
chromosome I got, but I'm not gonna get into that. So I'll take it.
Have you done show notes for the show? Nope.
Do I need to do show notes for the show? Nope.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
I guess if you
saying.
want colorful things.
I'm just listen. Kelsey like did Google Docs. This motion is the typing. I don't know if you got that or not. Okay. This motion is typing. Kelsey did the typing with the Google Docs and did show notes.
I love that. I think that's awesome.
As you should. Listen, I'm on Baseball Reference right now trying to find fucking who the fuck. I feel like we're missing people in our pen. Like Greg Kessinger. I'm just kidding. Greg Kessinger's not in our pen.
No, you named them all. There was no one else in the pen.
Dylan Coleman. Is Dylan Coleman still up?
He's injured. I thought he was
Dylan
injured.
Coleman?
Yeah.
No.
Because remember, he pitched in I want to say he pitched in the Blue Jay series and then never again.
Because we sent him back down. But I thought we pulled him back up.
I don't know.
No? Listen, I have just enough alcohol in me that I no longer trust anything that is coming out of my brain. Fangraphs. Come on, Fangraphs. Have you ever watched Homestar Runner, Tom?
No, is that good?
Good is relative term. It is. I can't even explain what Homestar Runner is. It was like a web cartoon thing. It was a very random thing. Regardless, the reason I'm asking you this question is because there was a very specific episode where they were talking. One of the characters was talking about going fishing, and one of the other characters was asking that other character if he used any lures or jigs, and the character answered him, goes, "Yeah, I used this." And he goes, "Come on, get in the boat, fish. Come on, get in the boat, fish, fish." And legitimately,
How'd that go again?
that
I think
tune
everybody on
ran-
YouTube needs to see that twice.
the tune randomly gets stuck in my head. And so when I was looking up the bullpen kind of reminded me of that tune, like who's in the bullpen, and then just random names would come up. So legitimately, the only bullpen arms that were not used today that are available tomorrow are high leverage guys, Josh Hader and Ryan Presley.
And apparently
Because-
Dylan Coleman. Because it says
No.
from what
No,
I found,
I'm
he
not-
was recalled to the big club on the 4th.
Dylan Coleman. Side note, Bennett Souza on the IL forever, and that makes me very sad. Bennett Souza, with your, I had high hopes for you this season, but apparently you had thoracic outlet syndrome surgery. I don't even know what that is. And I'm
Shoulder.
very impressed with myself that I pronounced that correctly with as much alcohol as I have in me. Dylan Coleman, where are you? I don't even have Dylan Coleman on this Fangraphs. Cool. Love that. Dylan Coleman, you're nowhere. Fun.
What if
Okay.
they call Forrest Whitley up?
If they call Forrest Whitley up, I don't even know what I will do. They're not gonna call Forrest Whitley up. He got shelled his last outing. I mean, it probably wouldn't matter because apparently all of our pitchers are getting shelled. So who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? We're just gonna put Seth Martinez in, and by June, Seth Martinez's arm will just fall the fuck off. But he won't
Maybe.
care because we will have given him all of the cookie baskets. So, we've now talked for an hour and 49 minutes. Tom, do you have any closing remarks?
3.5 games back. That's it. As bad as it's been, that's nothing. The first place team, we played 3 games against them. If they were, for some reason, able to win that series, we could be talking about 2.5 games, right? 2.5 games.
I don't think that's how math works, but I have a lot of alcohol in me, so I feel like
What do you mean
that's
that's not
still
how
not
math
correct.
works?
I don't. If they sweep us, if the Rangers sweep
No,
us,
no. I'm talking about if the Astros win 2 out of 3, they will be
Oh.
2.5 games back of the Texas Rangers with this horrible start for first place in the
So then-
division.
let's flip that. Since you're giving rational takes, let's give a rational take. What if the Rangers take 2 of 3 and they win this series? Then what?
Then the hole gets deeper, but we're not going to do that. That's
That's
not
what
what
she
we're going
said.
to do.
Regardless of that's what we're gonna do or not, like I'm just saying that is a possibility. So if
They could
if for
never
s-
win again. Yes, that's a possibility.
why do you have to jump to that? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it is a distinct possibility that we lose this series as well. And nobody come for me and tell me that I'm not a fucking fan, okay? Like no. I watch all the fucking games regardless. No. I'm a realistic fan. Okay? I think we've hit with runners in scoring position. I think the stat is like 4 out of 52 or something stupid like that. And you're going to say, Suzy, that's very low and that's very high. Yes, exactly. It's somewhere along those lines. Okay? So don't come for me. But if we lose 2 out of 3 of the series, Tom, what will your feelings be headed into the Braves series?
It'll be, there needs to be some moves made because something will have happened in that series where either they didn't score enough or they didn't pitch enough to where I'm going to want something to change. Now, obviously, you can say it's April, but at some point you got to go, look, this isn't working. And if 3 games from now we're looking at them and they're 5-12, then you have to do something to say, okay, we can't keep going this route. We have to do something different. But based on who they have going, I don't want to sit here and go, their best pitcher and their second best pitcher are going in this series. For me, pitching has been the problem the last 3 games. So I'd rather say CJ's going to pitch well. I'd rather say Ronell's going to pitch well. And who knows what we'll get from JP. But if JP pitches well at home, which he's capable of doing, got a good chance to win that series.
Hey, remember when I said that Tom was going to give you the rational takes? There's your rational take. So for all of the people that are coming over here and being like, I don't want to hear Suzy's delulu takes. There's your rational take. I counter with this, Tom. Just a question. I ride with the boys. We left. I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. We left 13 on base. 13. With runners in scoring position, we were 2 for 13. I understand pitching is part of the issue. But what are we going to do to solve our runners in scoring position problem?
If you can tell me how to fix Alex Bregman in a podcast, I'd love to hear it. If you can tell me how to fix Kyle Tucker in a podcast, I'd love to hear it. I am subscribing right now. Those for me, those 2 guys are pillars in our lineup. Those two guys are leaving a ton of men on base. There was something that Jeremy Booth guy put out where he was trying to say, Jordan being in the 2-hole was a mistake. The two dudes that have seen more runners in scoring position than anybody else other than Jordan are Kyle Tucker and Alex Bregman. So all these guys that you're talking about leaving on base are being left on base by Kyle Tucker and Alex Bregman.
Okay,
If you can tell me how to fix them.
I already gave you the solution for Alex Bregman. Reagan needs to be pregnant again, and Alex needs to have that big dad energy.
Well, then
Duh.
you
Okay.
need to send one of those lingerie grams or something. I don't know how you make that happen, but whatever needs to happen there is really what I think fixes this lineup. Because
Okay, well then maybe Breggy needs to talk to Fromber's sports psychologist guy.
I don't know if that guy's real. I really don't. I don't know.
He's just
I think they made him up. I think he was talking to himself. I don't know that he ever actually like real psychological help. I agree with Steph. Breggs is a slow starter. And for right now, I think if he's going to continue to struggle, this offense is going to continue to struggle. That's why the importance on the pitching is going to be so huge. Because I feel like Tuve and Jordan and Diaz and Pena can go get you 3 or 4 runs. It's the 7, it's the 6 number that you want to get to that just clearly separates that you need Tuck and Breggs for to really unlock this offense. And if we can't get those guys, then Javier's got to be nails. Ronell's got to be nails. JP's got to be nails. And then, if you go 6 or 7 and you give up 1 or 2 runs, you got a chance to beat those teams.
Okay. That's fair. News and notes from injury recoveries. Apparently, JV is set to do another rehab start in Sugarland this weekend. Despite our shortcomings in our bullpen, which that's fine. Because again, if you remember JV's last start in Sugarland, kind of got chilled. I, for my mental health, am going to believe it's because he was working on his changeup. Not because he is a 43-year-old starting pitcher trying to make it in today's baseball world. He got 7 Ks. However, he gave up like 5 runs. So maybe we need to work on some more ground ball outs. JV. I don't even know how that's a thing because I'm not an athlete. But maybe that's a thing that we need to be doing and not trying to strike the world out.
The way that I took that start, and I think the way that Astros fans need to take that start, is you need to envision Justin Verlander in a spring training environment. So when spring training starts, guys are just trying to get to a number of pitches. They're just trying to do the reps, right? They're trying to build up the strength. He didn't even get to that
number.
He did. He got to 65 pitches. No. The goal was 65 pitches for Justin Verlander, which he threw and then came out. That was all he was supposed to do. He was going to fill the zone with 65 pitches, and then he was going to be done. That was.
Listen, I didn't even drink that day. Where did I hear 90 or not 90, 80? Where was I hearing 80 from?
The post game, he said the goal was 65 pitches, and he threw them.
Good. I love that I'm hallucinating that. Perfect. Keep going.
He basically, in his post game, he said, "Look, this is me trying to build up against good pitching. His bullpens were like 50 pitches, so he had never got to that 65 point. And then they'll see how he feels, how he bounces back, and then he'll ramp up based on that. So this is all about building strength and conditioning of the arm and his body, his legs, the all of those things." So for Justin, he said he checked off the boxes that he wanted to check off. The runs, not worried about, because as he refines his, delivery and mechanics and where he wants to go with the baseball, he's going to get different results. He's not going to just throw to throw. That's basically what that start was.
My mental health appreciates that, because that was not if you just viewed the stats without actually watching the game, you would say that JV is washed. Not gonna lie. There are 68 of you here. That's what the little eyeball thing says. Again, I think that a lot of you are from Twitter. I don't know. If not, if you're here from on the YouTubes, drop an emoji, say hello. But we are gonna wrap it up because it's been 2 hours now, and I have enough alcohol in me to
Go to bed.
pretty much pass out. I apparently just need to drink all of the bourbon all of the time while watching Astros games, and then I won't give a fuck that we lost 3-13 to the motherfucking Royals.
Instead of the shirt that says the bullpen makes me drink, you need to say this team makes me drink.
Exactly. My mental health will hinge on 26 men that I have no bearing on what they do. Because of course, why would that make sense? My life was much more peaceful when I didn't like baseball. Why didn't any of you warn me about this?
Because we're here and we're riding for it. And parades and our team being good. You get over all the other stuff.
I'm going to try and believe you on that, Tom. I'm going to try and believe you. Tom, tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs.
On Twitter at Third Coast Tom, as you see right under my little picture here. On Instagram at TCTom1, the PSF app. If you're not going to a game, the best place, I don't care what fan base you follow, there are media casters for every Major League Baseball team. There are media casters for NBA. There's media casters for NFL. I believe there's even media casters for hockey. It's the best place to go watch.
They're not going to be as good as Tom and I. Let's
sorry.
make that clear right now.
They're going to try. They're going to try really hard. But it's the best place to get with people to watch the game and have these conversations. You're able to get on the mic. It's all from the comfort of wherever you want to be. And you can be seen. You can turn your camera on. You can keep it off. You can just be in the chat talking, but you can be frustrated instead of just talking at your TV. You're talking to somebody else who's media casting these games. It's a lot of fun. We got drinks. We got games. We're talking shit nonstop. I promise you, if you come to a PSF media cast, you're going to have a great time.
This is true. This is true. I was giggling because Davey put, you could be a Rockies fan. This is much more fun than that.
We feel for y'all.
You are correct, Davey. You are correct that we could be a Rockies fan. But you know what? Rockies have some fun young players. Nolan Jones, Britton Doyle. You could just stare into Chris Bryant's beautiful blue eyes. Okay.
Suzy's has a couple times
anymore, but apparently you could just stare into his blue eyes. Like, what the fuck are we doing, Chris Bryant? Did you hear him when he said that he must not have done his research when signing with the Colorado Rockies? Sir, you play baseball. Do you not fucking know that what the Rockies are? Like, what are we doing?
They offered lots of money.
Right. He got his back. Like, good for you, Chris Bryant. Like, it's a very good thing that you were pretty and that you were a decent baseball player.
Pretty and paid.
One time. That's true. That's true. So come join us tomorrow night on the PSF app. I am not going to edit this podcast at all. So you're on the podcast side. If you just listen to this audio, you are going to get all 2 hours. And by the time I finish this, like 5 minutes of this, sorry about it. For all of our people that joined us in the live tonight in the chat, we thank you so much. We appreciate you so much because now there are 70 of you in here. I don't even know why or how, but thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Tom and I, we appreciate you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you already haven't, please leave us a 5-star rating. Give us all of the nice words, okay? Literally all I need is 4 words, okay? 4 words, that's all right? Noseball is hilarious. We could probably add more hilarious when drinking. So that's 4 more words. 8 words. Look at me doing math with alcohols in my system. You guys should appreciate this. I'm just saying. Steph says that y'all rock. Let's go, Stros.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Steph.
Steph.
Appreciate
We
you.
appreciate you. I can't wait to meet you in person on Saturday. If you are in the Houston area, please come out. I will put the link to the Top Fan Rivalry private cocktail party in the show notes so that you guys can go and get your ticket. Come hang out with us. Steph has baseball cards, like personalized baseball cards, y'all. Like, it is the cutest motherfucking thing. Go get her fucking autograph because she is fucking amazing. All right. I will feel very awkward if for some reason you ask me for my autograph. I don't know what I will do. So just know that if you ask me for my autograph, I will probably freeze up and like run away. Don't do that. Okay. Just go
I've been
get
fucking up.
Steph's
I should have
autograph
asked her a long time ago. I don't have it yet, so definitely on the bucket list.
Go get Steph's autograph because her baseball cards fucking adorable. Okay. Come hang out with us on Saturday. Don't ask me for my autograph. Go ask Steph for her autograph. And just come hang out because we are a barrel of laughs. All right. I mean, there was going to be something about monkeys that I was going to say, but then it
Do it,
escaped.
Steph.
What? Oh, no, Steph, don't do it. Don't do it. I will literally like run away. Like, I don't know how to act when people compliment me. I was raised with an Asian mom. I don't know what to do with compliments. Okay. Like, tell
Excuse
me
me.
that
Excuse
tell
me,
me
ma'am.
that
Can you sign my cocktail napkin, please?
yeah,
Can you
no
sign
thank
right
you. And then I'll just run away. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. If I have a lot of alcohol in me, then I will do it. But then I can't drive home. So don't do that. All right. With that said, guys, again, join us on the PSF app tomorrow night. Tom and I will be on the PSF app. Odds are there will be alcohol, maybe not bourbon, but there will be alcohol. There will be
100%.
drinking games. Okay. There will be drinking games. We will do the drinking games. If I'm feeling frisky, we may try and keep score. All right. But if the Rangers get to bat around in like the first inning, fuck it. That's not going to happen. However, if we bat around, I may try and fucking keep score. All right. We're gonna keep positive vibes out there. We're gonna get all of the abuelas to do the ojos thing with the eggs. I still haven't figured out if they're hard boiled, if they're raw. Abuelas, please let me know. I appreciate you. All right. Again, with that, we are going to close the show. 5-star rating says 5 stars. 5-star rating. Give us all of the nice words, all of the nice reviews. We would appreciate that. I say we, like I have a mouse in my pocket. It's not the mouse, it's Tom. Tom and I would appreciate that. Kelsey would probably also appreciate that because like she technically gets some of the love as well for being the co-host for the All the Balls edition. So, we all 3 would appreciate this. Okay. So just do the things, tell your friends. And with that, we're going to hit end stream. That's what we're going to hit and record and stream. And we're going to say, yay, yay.